What is going on, guys? Rewinds here, and in this video I'm going to be bringing you guys my review for Boruto episode 255. And let me just start off by saying, what is the studio doing? Honestly, Studio Pierrot, I'm honestly very disappointed with how they've handled the animation throughout this arc in a bunch of different points, but this one is really one that stands out, and it's really bad for other reasons aside from just the animation being bad. So there was a scene pretty much, and we are going to talk about the episode in its entirety of course in a second, but to get to that scene, there is a scene where we have Boruto and Kawaki fight in this episode. And I feel like, just because of how important those two characters are to this whole Boruto story to begin with, I don't think they should be getting a fight of like that low quality. And it looked noticeably really bad at a bunch of points, and then there was a running scene of Mitsuki Sarada and Naruto that was really bad as well, which, as you guys can see, is also the image I have used for this video to talk over. But yeah, overall, definitely a big letdown, and I am really hoping that they get it together. I do understand that the studio has other series to work on too, but come on now, Boruto is, I believe at the moment, their most profitable ongoing anime, so it sucks that they're not giving it as much attention. I also do understand that they're focusing a lot on producing Bleach, which is pretty big, of course, as well. And a lot of people are waiting for that and want that to look really nice. So I understand, but can't have episodes looking this bad. At least make it look okay. But let's talk about what happened overall. So we start off the episode with Team 7 returning back to the Hidden Leaf Village. And pretty much they find out that the Funato leaders such as Araumi have been imprisoned. So kinda like how he was before the arc, he is still alive. Turns out Kawaki did not kill him. And overall, the Funato army has apparently lost a lot of influence. So Ikada is temporarily imprisoned too, but not like severely. He's more so in like a normal prison room because he's actually cooperating, unlike, Araumi. But the next thing that happens is Boruto pretty much is telling Naruto that he has an issue with Ikada facing punishment because, of what he did at the end and whatnot, and I guess Boruto's connection to him. Kawaki, however, does not have an issue with Ikada facing punishment because he has a whole different view to it, and that view is that there wouldn't be shinobi anymore if conflicts could end by just talking. And that's what even starts an argument for Kawaki as he sees Team 5 later on, and he starts arguing with Iwabe about that. And that's a big clash between Boruto and Kawaki's view, being that Boruto thinks you can talk, situations out. Kawaki thinks shinobi wouldn't exist, if talking was the only thing that was necessary. So, very interesting clash of ideology. I think Boruto's view here is sounding similar to how Naruto was at certain points in Naruto and Naruto Shippuden. So definitely some parallels there. We then cut over to the Mist Village, where Chojuro is discussing pretty much the damages of the village and that he must reflect a lot on what to do in the future and how he's pretty much going to get support or at least opinions of different people in the Mist Village before doing a project like the Shinonoma again. And then next we cut back over to the village. I did like this next scene where we pretty much have Naruto learn a little bit more about Ikada from Boruto, and Naruto pretty much ends up telling Boruto that he faced the same obstacle of revenge in the past, and that it takes a lot of preparation, resolve, and a desire to never give up to truly get the world to a point where, violence and revenge isn't going on, the whole cycle of hatred thing that has been discussed in both Naruto Shippuden and in Boruto. So I do like to hear, though, that Naruto is still personally making strides, to get towards that goal of his of trying to actually improve the shinobi world. It's just unfortunate for him, this is now Boruto's story, so we do know there's some bad stuff to come in general just for the village and the whole shinobi world, as foreshadowed by the first episode. And then pretty much Naruto ends the conversation by telling Boruto to go patch things up with Kawaki. Meanwhile, Mitsuki is checking up on Kawaki himself, and that's a short little scene, and then we cut over to Buntan and Kyoho, who are both visiting Kagura and Hebichigo's grave sites. And apparently both of them are Mist Ninjas now. Kyoho asked Buntan about Shizuma and if she's gonna seek revenge, and she said she's just gonna capture him instead of killing him now. So it seems like she's turned over a little bit of a new leaf as well, some little development for her. Then a big part of the episode, probably the thing I liked the most, was that Chojuro ends up deciding Ikada's punishment, and Ikada's punishment turns out to be that he is now to be under the watch of Kajiki at all times. And man, there could have been a much, much worse punishment for him, but instead he got a happy ending in a way, because now he's just going to go back to shipbuilding like he was doing for that little brief period of time, and he's going to be under Kajiki, someone who he really respected and I'm assuming respects again now. So he got a pretty lenient punishment, and hopefully we'll see him again at some point. I'm sure we will. Next comes the part of the episode I discussed at the beginning. We have Boruto and Kawaki start fighting, and the animation to begin with is pretty choppy at best. And then you have Mitsuki and Naruto show up, and Sarada was already there, by the way, when this fight began. And so pretty much Naruto tells the other two to just let them fight it out. And as this is going on, the animation has reached a point at one point where it's noticeably horrible, and the art was really, really wonky as well, so did not mesh together well at all. And as I said, there was that really bad running scene aside from the fight as well that I have the image of for this review, but yeah, I don't have anything positive to say about the art or the animation. Aside from that, hopefully whenever they do another Boruto vs. Kawaki, it's done much, much better than what they did here. So pretty much this fight ends with Naruto offering both of them to pretty much go with him for some ramen, and Boruto counters by saying that he wanted burgers instead, but he'll settle for ramen. And then to end off the episode, pretty much Boruto received the news about Ikada and is happy that he didn't meet a much worse punishment or fate. So that was the episode all in all. I'm gonna give this one probably like a 5.5 out of 10. And I say that because story-wise, I did like what they did in this episode for the most part. Even though I still stand by my view that I do not think Kagura should have been someone who died in that arc, but I guess they wanted to be a little unpredictable. So that happened, and on top of that, they did handle at least Buntan and Kyoho well at that gravesite. I think the stuff with Chojuro was fine. Boruto and Kawaki's conflicting ideologies is a good thing for setting up, more between them in the future. And on top of that, I did enjoy the Ikada scenes in the episode as well. But that's going to be it for this one. Overall, it was a mediocre episode to me. Could have been much, much better. But that's going to be it for this one. Let me know what you thought of it in the comments below. If you guys did enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like. Subscribe to my channel if you guys are new. Hope you guys have a good day or night whenever you guys are watching this video. I'm Rewinds, and I'm out.